understand and develop an appreciation for those workers who help put food on our tables. Sally has provided an opportunity for all of our children to learn how to play and sing music. Over the years, we have had music teachers that Kate was so wonderful. They come to Windham School weekly, but Sally has been here every day, playing and singing for morning meetings, teaching ukulele to every student who wanted to learn. Has had a huge impact on their lives. They have learned, first of all, to play an instrument, which is, we now know, very important to other subjects like math. But they have also gained the confidence to stand up in front of an audience and perform. Sally started the running and walking club so that our children also focus on their physical well-being. They have learned how to turn that activity into fundraising efforts for organizations like Heifer International to help others. But perhaps, most importantly, she has taught our children kindness. I don't know how many of you have ever had the opportunity to watch Sally teach, but her patience, understanding, and yes, kindness are unsurpassed. That's what I would like you graduates to take with you as you take your next steps into the world. The Windham community has been very fortunate to have Sally as one of our excellent teachers these many years. I'm happy to say that we are not really saying goodbye to Sally. She has promised that she will be back to do many of the things that she has been doing, but she will also have the flexibility to spend time with her grandchildren, and I know how important that is. So Sally, we honor you, we thank you, and we will remember all the wonderful ways you have touched our lives. And I was somehow shanghaied into putting together some wonderful pieces of art that the graduates and all the students at Windham have put together. One of your great traditions has always been a memory book. And we have produced a memory book for you. So. I know. Right.
All right, thank you to the board members and Carolyn for those kind words. Sally, you're up. Sally's going to do her community and family recognitions.
Place has meant an awful, it's been a big part of my life, and it's going to be a real adjustment to not being here every day in my classroom teaching, but I think it's something I need to do at this point in my life, and I'm not leaving, I'm going to be back. I'm not moving to Maine, I'm only going to visit, so I will be back to teach ukulele and help with some other things, so I will be seeing everybody. Every year at graduation, I have the pleasure of thanking the parents, community members, grandparents for helping us make our little school the wonderful place that it is. Just a great place for kids to learn and to grow. Whether it's helping with activities like the ski program or driving for field trips, helping with projects, sharing the Meadowsby Farm or the hiking trails. Mr. B lets us go on his hiking trails, and sending in food for the breakfast program, all the things that parents and community members do to support us at the school. And also just getting your child to school every morning, having a good night's sleep, usually with their homework, supporting them program, we're all parents, we know that's not always an easy thing to do. So it's just really important because it does take a whole community to make a school work, especially a special little school like this. And this year things have been really different because not only had parents had to be parents, all of a sudden they had to become the teachers. And instead we were in the supporting role. Sure, we Zoomed and prepared work and sent it home and, you know, kept in touch with the kids, but the parents were the ones that had to actually do most of the teaching. So it's with gratitude to the parents and grandparents and the people that have really helped us the whole year, and especially these last 3 months, making it a good experience for the kids, that we are going to ask each child to come and get a flower and bring it to your family. If you have 2 families here, you can take 2 flowers, and unfortunately we're going to have all the families here, so not that are represented, but I would call some names. So Davin, why don't we start with graduates? Davin, why don't you come and take these up? They're all the same this year, so you don't have to choose. Carson? Marley? Abe? Tracy? Luca? Tucker, you want to come get a flower for your family? Come on up, right over here, bud. James?
Everybody can take a moment and look at James' shirt. He knows what's happening right there. Good job, James.
Ivy and Lillian, why don't you come up? You can help distribute a few others. Do you have any other kids here? Yeah, Anna could come up and get one.
Yeah, you want to come get one out?
So, Ivy, can you give one of those to Mr. B and one to Mr. Sperry?
Ivy. Ivy. Mr. Sperry's over here. Mr. Sperry's sitting in the chair back there. Mr. B. Well, Mr. B sitting in the hat all the way in the back.
Hey, Jake.
Oh, yeah, Jake. Yeah, good. Jake, why don't you come bring one to Claudia, please? For those of you that don't know, Claudia has been the resident cook for me for the suppers
Pasta supper,
for
yeah,
the past
that's another
several
thing.
years, and I can't thank her enough for all that help. So Troy, I'd like you to do this on stilts, but I'll do it for you.
So let's give a hand to all the people, all the volunteers, all the people that
All right, thank you, Sally. Thank you, all parents, community, everybody. You're all. All right, next we have Lee Marinoff, disguised as Beth McDonald.
This is for all the students, but so she couldn't be here today. She was very sad, but it was her son's birthday, and he wanted her at his birthday party. So she's doing that, but she really was truly sad that she couldn't be here. So she sent me with a note and some other goodies. So on your graduation day, I want to send a special thank you to all of you. You've joined us weekly at Meadowsby Farm. Your attention to the sheep, cows, the honeybees, turkeys, chickens, peafowl have brought much love and needed help to all in our barnyard. The animals have learned to interact with young farmers, as has our crew, and we always look forward to your visits. Together we have built our farm, the coops, and the barnyard, cared for the animals, welcomed new babies, and created lots of food. Milk, cheese, yogurt, and many, many smoothies. We planted, sugared, and grown lots of veggies and syrup. We've done fiber crafts, blacksmithing, and ceramics too. Please know how much we appreciate all your efforts. Thank you all. We love you and send you off on your graduation day with the wishes for your success, peace, love, and joy. Please continue to be involved with farming at Meadows View Farm. And we have, for the graduates, do you want to come up and, we have a gift, Gavin, you want to come grab your, and your badges, even though we couldn't finish out the year, you guys still worked hard and get your badges. And Carson, and Gracie, and Scott. And Marley, and Luca, and Abe. Thank you guys.
All right. Feel the nerves flow. As I began to think about this year's graduates, and what I might want to say, or in what order to put them for their speeches, I realized that maybe I could just put them into pairs to talk about, thinking maybe that would help me keep my comments down to a minimum. As many of you know, over the years, I can get a little bit wordy with it. I get kind of excited to finally have all this attention. Everybody has to listen to me. It's kind of nice. Not to mention, I know these guys really well. And so there's a whole bunch of things that I could say about each one of them. And I could talk probably for a good half hour to an hour about each one, given the opportunity. Having some of these students in class for up to 4 years can really create some very strong bonds and very personable relationships. And with 2 of the students, it's been 4 years packed into one. However, with each passing year, I do try to work on minimizing my comments so that the focus can really be on them and what they would like to say. So my thought for this year was pair them up and talk about them as pairs of them. Well, that was a great idea in theory until I began to rack my brain about how exactly to pair them up, given that they all get along so well. You've already heard, I think, Auntie make reference to that, okay? The 6 of these guys really get along. They're all friends with each other. There was never really a concern about that through the entire year, and that's really unique. Now, it's not unique here because sometimes we have 1 kid in the class and they get along great with themselves. But when we've got 6 students in a single grade, that in of itself is unusual, but the fact that they can all get along so well is truly remarkable. So I thought about maybe I could pair Luca and Gracie up, given that they've been such great friends over the years, and I know they've spent a fair amount of time together these past few months. Seemed like a logical pairing. I could pair Carson and Marley, because they're both so quiet oftentimes in class when they're working that I forget they're even there. I could pair Davin and Abe, because both of them have such amazing, mature senses of humor that often they were the only 2 students to appreciate, laugh, or understand my jokes. I could easily pair Luca and Abe together because of their amazing musical talents and sibling-like love-hate relationship. Any of you that have worked with the class this year, in particular Ms. Ullman, has gotten to see it over these past couple months at our Zoom meetings. One of them can't say one thing without the other disputing it. But they laugh, their friends, they get over it just in the way siblings would, and they're here today going to perform a song for us, which I'm really excited to see. Anyone who has worked with our class this year can tell you how great these kids get along. I compare Gracie and Marley, because they were the only two females in a classroom full of preteen boys inundated with the smells of puberty. How gross is that? You guys did a great job tolerating that. Very well done. I compare Davin and Carson, given their love of cars, engines, machines, mechanics, all the time you guys spent together doing those kinds of things. And it really just got too much to think about. So I bailed on that idea altogether. So I'm just going to talk about them, a few things together as a group, and then I'll do them individually, as I typically do. I do want to take a moment to recognize the musical talents of all 6 kids. Kate, goes back to you again. At some point, I believe all 6 of them were playing ukuleles. I think. Right? Carson, you did at some period? Correct. All right. So all of them did play the ukuleles. I believe 5 out of the 6 are still playing and getting really quite good at this point.